at the end of it. I mean, really, the results speak for themselves. Like, we're going to be going after quite a bit of customers for you here, depending on what you're looking for. But I mean, this is pretty much how it works. This one right here, and we got what 42 vehicles sold, 26 trade-ins collected, a mix of new and used right down the middle, which is awesome. The best part about this is that a good portion of those come from conquest customers, and as you can see, we targeted a lot of people that have never been to your dealership before. So I mean, what it comes down to is basically, which level would you like to do? So here's the pricing. Based off the size of your dealership, my suggestion would be going after the 7,500. Because I know that you're looking for a pretty big jump over the next couple of months. If you're able to see my mouse, which will be the $9,000.95. Sorry, $9,095. Of course, on the lower end, we have the 2,500, which is going to get you 79 leads, 14 sold, and just shy of 4,000. 3,500 names we'll go after, with it being 88 web leads, a total of 110 leads altogether, 20 cars sold at just shy of 5,000. 5,000 targeted, getting you about 157 total leads and 29 units sold. And of course, just around 6,500. And of course, that 7,500 being right there at 9,095. And again, that's going to put you
right there. I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Are these projections?
No, this is actually the average of what we've been doing for our clients right here. So across the board, these are pretty solid numbers. Some folks do a little better. Some folks do a little less. And of course, it's really going to come down to, your sales staff and, just converting these. But we're going to do everything on our part to make sure that you get the return that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Okay. So, I mean, of these, which one would you like to get started?
Okay. Now listen to everything you have to say.
Right.
And you caught me at a bad time, but I was trying to reach out for you for the last couple of days, but I've been busy. I apologize on that.
No, you good, man. I know how it goes, man. You work in a dealership, brother. It's all good.
I'm glad you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was trying to reach out to you. I looked you up. I'll be 31 next month.
Okay.
I notice we're about the same age, so
yeah.
I have to say this. I'm young, but I'm not an idiot. So, I heard everything you said. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
But answer me this question. I see you did all your research on your end. What's your opinion about my dealership right now?
And I'm gonna hit you right between the eyes with it, man. I think from looking at your dealership, and I got a chance to come out there a while back. From what you're telling me, the cars you're selling now, I think that I think that y'all can get to your target. Y'all are doing about 180 right now. I don't think it's a stretch to get to 250. I know one of the guys that actually sells over at your dealership right now. He's very talented. Your sales managers are pretty thorough. I got a chance to speak to them, while we've been kind of going back and forth over the last couple of weeks. I think honestly you can get a good bit more out of it. All you're really missing is just a tool that gives you the amount of information, on your buyers so that you can close them a little easier. And that's just that's the name of the game. So all these internet leads from these various different providers, they just, it's rare that you have good information. It's rare that you have, an actual person that you can reach out to and someone who's, at the highest level intent, somebody's in the market to buy right now versus just, kicking tires, unfortunately. With this tool, I think that you can get there, hands down. Honestly, I'd be shocked that now again, these are the average results here, but again, knowing the guys that you've got working for you, I'm confident that you can actually beat this stuff out. And again, it's going to be up to you to produce that, but yeah, I wouldn't be, if you were to go ahead and start that 7,500, targeting those, because y'all got a pretty large, DMS, y'all system has got a lot of customers in it, so I'm confident we'll be able to pull a good bit of names out of there. That's my suggestion, and those are my thoughts on your dealership. Y'all can really rock this out with this product. I'm going to be reaching out to your internet sales manager as well, because I know, I think, you said she's been there with y'all for a while, right?
She's been here for a while. Yeah, she's been here for a while. She's pretty good.
Okay, so and that I want to basically just make sure she's prepared for this right here, because I've used this tool myself and had great success. That's why it's my favorite product that we offer. So I mean,
see, when she came here, I'm not because it sounds familiar, but when she first got here, she was actually the head of her position,
Okay.
and we kind of gave her a crack at it her way, gave her a trial run.
Okay.
Things didn't really go her way, but she knew her job, so we kept her on.
Right.
How does this differ from? I guess how would I say this?
From what y'all have used before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna run through this real quick because I know you're pressed for time. But essentially, man, this is just the amount of information that you're getting. So you may have seen a dashboard similar to this where you can maybe check it every blue moon to see, how many people are on it, but you're not going to be able to pull live. Okay, how many at this point right now am I selling? Right now, at this moment, this dealership has sold 42 cars. And as you can see, the last transaction data is right here at the bottom right here. So it's letting you know exactly, when it was updated and when it happened. We do it pretty much on a daily basis. You can see exactly what cars sold directly from our efforts, down to the VIN number. So again, it's just the amount of information that you get, and of course, how much it sold for as well. There's no guesswork in this. I think that's the biggest problem that most dealerships deal with in regards to their marketing is I don't know if I'm really getting a return off of what I'm spending, right? And that's the key thing.
You use that phrase. I don't do guesswork.
Absolutely.
I didn't get here from guesswork.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you got to where you are, rolling the dice, but this is sales. I know the game.
Right.
But I wanted to go over this a little bit more because and before we made a decision today. But like I've been saying, I did my research. I see what you got. I'm not going to say I'm blown away, but I am impressed with the what you have been able to do with some of the other companies. I also did my own background research on you, and you really think the 7,500 is the route we should go?
I think so. Here's the thing: we're either going to go big or we're going to go home, right? You're looking to, you're looking to really go out there and kind of beat some of the competition that's been, stealing some of your customers. We're going to get aggressive. We're going to go out there, put a good bit of money into, going at targeting these your competitors and pulling those clients or pulling those customers that you lost away from them. And with us, not only we're going to do the conquest, we're also going to, not only I'm going to focus on your previous customers, but also a lot of those conquest customers. And to do that, we got to have, as many names as possible. So this is why I feel comfortable starting you off right here. We can, of course, go much larger, but I'd like to start here at this, the 7,500 names. So who's your, pretty much, sounds like we're on the same page here, right? I'm going to go ahead and send over the contracts to you, so we can go ahead and get started on this today. Well, actually, tonight.
Don't hold on now. Don't send them to me.
Okay.
I actually have someone that will do that for me.
Okay.
Since you already have my contact info, I can actually I'll tell you what, I'll shoot you an email. I know you have my business email. I'm going to shoot you a personal email.
Okay.
And it's going to, in that, it'll have more information. It'll have contact info.
Okay.
Of one of my marketing supervisors, and he'll actually take it from there.
Okay.
But when you do, his name is Mark, when you do speak to him,
okay.
Mark, just tell him you already kind of spoke to me about it. Just briefly go over the options because this is something else we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But so far, so at this point, I think
it's a done deal.
Man, I like you, man.
Let's do it, bro. Come on, man.
Oh no! It's not that. I'm just something else. Just I got a lot going on. Something else just popped into my head. Got too many. Let's see. So what? All right. I got an idea. I'll tell you what. You go ahead. Once I send you this email, I'll reach out to Mark myself. I'll hang up from you. I'll give him a call. Tell him be on the lookout.
Okay.
And I'll tell him it'll be coming from you.
Okay.
I'll forward him your information. You go ahead and send him options on. Just send him the 5,000. I think. Am I looking at that right?
Yeah, the 5,000.
All right. Yep. Send him the 5 and the 7.5.
Okay.
And because we're actually on the fence as far as where to put money right now. We're going to be doing that coming up in the next month. So you couldn't actually call it a better time. As far as the timing, April's about to come around. That'll be the end of the first quarter. So, yeah. So, reach out to Mark when I give you that information. Send him the options on the 5,000. in the 7.5. Believe it or not, he's actually busier than I am, so you're gonna have to cut it even shorter for him. But
well, here's the
I'm
thing.
on board.
Okay, so basically this is a done deal, right?
I call the shots. I just want him to pretty much be up to speed. He'll actually pull the trigger.
Okay.
On I trust him with that.
Okay.
I've been following him. He's kind of like a mentor of mine, and now he's kind of working for me.
Okay.
So you know, I respect him in that respect.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
Pulling the trigger on which deal, but I'll tell you right now, it'll probably be one of the two.
Okay.
For the duration.
So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and because again, you know, I want to get started. I know that you're looking to knock this out. It takes a good bit of time on our part to get all the mailers printed out and everything. To have it done in 3 weeks, it's going to be really tight. And to avoid having to do the expedited charge for you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build out a contract for the 7,500. Because again, from what you told me, bro, that's exactly what you're looking to do. With the amount of return you want, you know, just shy, you know, around 50 vehicles, that's going to be it. The 5,000, honestly, just not going to cut it. So I'm going to send that over to you. But it sounds like, I mean, we're already there basically, right? It's just really, you know, Mark kind of getting his feel on it. You feel more comfortable with the 7,500 though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Mark's going to lowball you, but he got to where he is, you know, making, you know, better decisions than some of us. I learned to have people smarter than me around me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So
which one would you prefer, the contract?
Let him know. You know, I told him to send over both options.
Okay.
Actually, tell him about. Actually, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and send him the information on all 4 options. Tell him I'm leaning towards the upper 2.
Okay. And what I'll do is I'll reach out to him tonight. Here, we're going to go ahead and jump off here real quick. I'm going to call you on your cell phone, and I'm going to type it up with you on the phone to make sure I get everything sent over the right way. Fair enough?
All right. Give me about 30 minutes before you make that call. I'm still in Rochester somewhere.
Okay.
And, yeah, we'll handle it.
All right, perfect, man. It was a pleasure talking to you, man. Thank you so much. And shoot, man, welcome to J&L.
Hey, man, let's get it done.
All right, brother.
Bye.
I don't even know if I went fucking live for that shit. So anyway, let me see if I can't change the camera on this shit, can I? Anyway, that was me closing one of those clients and stuff like that. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me what you thought. He's a bit of a, I don't know. We've been talking. It's a done deal for the most part. I know this guy pretty well. Let me know if you got any questions. If you like it, if you don't like it, yeah, y'all be safe.